So after a devastating loss to the Blazers just 2 nights ago that honestly we as fans probably still haven't fully gotten over, it didn't seem to affect the Bulls at all, and they bounced back as they have done yet again after suffering from defeating losses in games where they should have won. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Bulls Central here. Hope you're all doing well. A great win tonight for the Bulls. It wasn't perfect. There were still a lot of things that could have gone better, but a win's a win, and I'll take it. I will say that I was nervous basically until the very end because as we've seen from the Bulls this season, you can't really get comfortable in thinking you've won the game until that horn sounds. But before I get into the game, guys, we had a winner tonight for the $100 gift card giveaway in predicting the exact score of the game. With the amount of responses we received, I figured there had to be at least one winner. And although some of you were very, very close, some folks were only off by a point or two, but a huge congrats to jklein34. It's nice chatting with you earlier on Instagram, which, by the way, I do have an Instagram page for the channel. I've just been really bad about keeping up with it as I've really just been focusing on this channel, but I'll start getting a little more active over there. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to follow me. But Jay Klein, congrats. Hope you buy yourself or a loved one something nice. Anyway, as for the game tonight though, overall a good win for the Bulls. Definitely the kind of win needed after 3 straight losses. I think the most impressive piece of this win was the Bulls only had 12 turnovers the whole game. I know that's probably not saying much for most teams, but for the Bulls, a team that commits the most turnovers in the league, that's noteworthy. And on top of that, they did it against the best defensive team in the league. And if you caught my weekly preview video that I uploaded yesterday, I mentioned these 2 games against the Knicks. As long as they can take care of the ball and not let the Knicks get scrappy on defense and have it impact them, it'll be an easy win because the Bulls are by far the better offensive team. The Knicks are actually the worst offensive team in the league. So the good thing for the Bulls is they don't have to worry about their defensive woes against a team like the Knicks. Obviously, they still need to figure out their issues with defense, but against a team like the Knicks, it's not as much of a concern, especially when you have a guy like Wendell Carter Jr. who's out. So if they can focus on limiting their turnovers, especially unforced turnovers, then they should be fine in winning these games against the Knicks. Now, how about Lauri Markkanen tonight? I thought he was going to go for over 40 and get a new career high, but he was quiet in the fourth, not scoring at all in that quarter, which is a little disappointing because that's when you really need to see your best players show up in the game and help closing it out. But he did help carry the team for the rest of the game, and he actually played great defense. I feel like more and more I'm starting to see Lauri improve his defensive game. Obviously still some work for him on that end of the floor, but it has been better than we saw last year. Lauri had 30 points, shooting 11 for 18, 6 for 12 from 3. He was plus 16 on the night and was really a key difference maker in this game despite not having the best fourth quarter. Lavine, he was really quiet in the first half and even in the third quarter actually, but he got himself into some early foul trouble, so he wasn't on the court as much as we would be used to seeing him. But the important part for Lavine is he came through and had a couple of big shots at the end of the game. He had 21 points and shot 50%, 5 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. And he only had 1 turnover tonight, and that's an area that he's really struggled with recently. In the past few games, he's been getting 6 turnovers on average. Patrick Williams, was good to see him play a little more aggressively and getting to the basket. 10 points for him tonight. Coby White, now he only had 13 points, but he hit a big 3 with less than 2 minutes to go to the Bulls that they really needed badly, and he was a little all over the place at times and didn't handle the ball as well as we would like to see, but he did have 6 assists and he was plus 13 on the night in 37 minutes, so he was actually a very impactful player to this game. And how can I forget about my man Daniel Gafford? Gafford finally stepping it up and playing well with Wendell being out. Like I said, this is his moment to shine with our starting center being out for 4 weeks. And he did that today. 12 points, 9 rebounds, 5 offensive boards. That's what I love about Gafford, is his ability to get offensive rebounds and put it back up, giving the Bulls those second chance opportunities when the shots aren't falling down. And then of course, Thaddeus Young just continues to show why He's the Bulls' sixth man, even this late in his career. He came close again tonight with yet another triple-double. He had 13 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. It's funny because whenever they interview Thaddeus Young, he always talks about how happy he's been in the new system and that it fits exactly his style of basketball and how it's night and day from last year, as if more shade couldn't be thrown at Jim Boylen, which is great. I love it. I will say I have been a little disappointed with Otto Porter, and more recently I know he's been a little injured, having some back issues, so that might be part of the reason for his subpar performance. But 3 points tonight, he didn't have a single field goal. I mean, I feel like it was just a few weeks ago on this channel about how we were talking that he could be the Bulls' second best player on this roster with the way he was playing when Lauri Markkanen was out, but that has changed drastically since Markkanen has been back. I hope he turns it around because him at the top of his game just gives so much more depth off the bench and gives us that extra scoring push that's really needed in those close game situations. Overall, though, very pleased tonight from the performance from the Bulls. Let's hope they can get that second win on Wednesday in this back-to-back matchup against the Knicks before heading to Orlando. Thanks again, guys, for leaving all of your predictions in the last video. I'm gonna have to keep doing this as it was actually a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any giveaways, which we do often on this channel. And again, congrats to Jay Klein on winning that gift card. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.